You know what it is, of course, the Quicksilver Morning Show right here on the Q, myself and Shay Parker, baby.
That's right, and we've just had all the guests, okay?
I think I'm funny. I'm be honest, I think I'm funny.
Yeah,
But I'm
right.
convinced these guys might be just a tad bit funnier than me.
Maybe a tad, a lot of it.
Not that much, though, by the way. If you don't mind, introduce yourself to everybody listening, please.
What up, Baltimore? This is Lawrence Killebrew from Philadelphia. What's happening?
It's comedian Shuler King, the one and only comedian / funeral director, the most famous funeral director in the world.
Right, that is crazy.
Yeah, you know we got to talk about that.
Like, how did that happen? Explain funeral director turns comedian, comedian turns funeral director, all in one.
Nah, ain't no turn, man. My family been in the business since 1945.
Wow.
So I was in the business, you know.
So y'all
done
buried everybody in South Carolina, huh?
I thought it was a character at first. I didn't realize you really was a funeral director.
Nah,
Yeah, that's a real
I
name.
know now.
Yeah.
Jesus
I graduated from Gupton Jones Mortuary College, man.
He calls you a cartoon, bro.
Yeah.
No, I didn't call him a cartoon. But just imagine, like, you're at a funeral and then you realize he comes in. You're like, oh man,
I know that guy.
Instagram. I know that guy. Then they want you to tell a
Yeah,
joke.
that happened a lot. Nah, I ain't telling no jokes.
No jokes.
Ain't nothing funny.
We in a different. That's a different profession. I ain't telling no jokes.
It might pick the spirit up. I don't know.
They gonna have to pay me again.
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying? You paying for one service, not the other. I'm gonna need another. You know what I mean?
So when you're not on the road, are you still
I sell
working
crack.
in the family business?
No.
If you sell crack out of the funeral home,
Yeah,
that would be a crazy
While telling the
story.
joke?
You gotta have more than one job. You can't just be, I got 2 jobs. No, you gotta sell crack too.
Multiple streams.
Sell plasma, give away blood, all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Now, are you selling anything else?
You
The way y'all
nasty.
describe that mic.
You
Just
nasty. You
asking.
nasty.
I'm just
You nasty. What's
asking
on
you.
your mind?
Nothing.
What's wrong?
Yeah, what's on your heart, Shay?
Yeah.
I ain't saying nothing else.
Because you asked my man to grab the mic in both hands. That was crazy.
Listen, I'm just
And
here so I don't get
positioning.
fined.
And
Wow.
position it to
To
where
how you want it. And
Yeah.
once it's there, do what you want with it.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that's exactly what he
Well,
said.
I said what I said. What you think about it is what you think about it.
Nah, that was wild.
Right.
That was
It
pretty
got
wild.
real awkward in the room.
Yeah, it got real
All
quiet.
right.
It got
Well,
real.
listen. On to more important things.
Yes,
Now,
let's move on.
you got very, very popular from TikTok, Instagram, videos stay going viral
Pornhub,
all the
yeah.
time. Did you ever imagine finally being here? You know, a lot of times when people see, oh, he's on tour, okay, or oh, I may not know him, let me tap in, he's in Baltimore, and people don't realize that you've been, you know, working at this and doing what you do for a long time. So talk about what the transition has been like from social media to working the family business to now being on tour, doing stand-up.
Well, most people don't know I've been doing comedy over 20 years.
Wow.
That's the first thing. And then, so when I started, social media wasn't a thing. You know what I mean? So everybody
started in the
was
beta era.
It's the conventional way of
Cassette
doing
tape with a
things.
reel to reel.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Atari, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So, and then all of a
said the
sudden,
beta.
social media came out. You know what I mean? And then you had to figure out, you know, that situation.
How to
You know what I mean?
navigate.
So, you know, I decided to make a conscious decision and don't be like, you know what I mean, certain comedians that was like, oh, I ain't worried about it.
Just for the time.
That's
I'm
exactly
fine.
what they sound
right.
like, too.
It was a trend. They thought it was a trend, but social media wasn't going nowhere, and you had to figure it out. It's like you had to jump on the train and you get left. So I decided, hey, let me go and give me a ticket to this train and figure it out. So you know, and it helped too because
Facts.
you know what I mean, you bypass all the gatekeepers, you go straight to consumer with all this stuff.
Right.
You know
Never
what I
lie.
mean? So I'm happy about it.
If you
A
just
lot of
tuned
the
in,
OGs will bash on you for doing too much of the social media thing. You know, I feel like the OG comedians don't really be, you know, down with it. So you kind of in that middle point.
Yeah.
And they
well.
broke right now.
Yeah, say that
I'm
again,
sorry, I
man.
didn't mean to laugh at that.
No, it's
But,
okay. If you just tuned
and
in,
they
we
broke
talking
right
to
now.
Shuler King, by the way. How'd y'all link up?
oh.
Not
But
pause.
how did you get together?
How'd y'all get
Wrong
together
with
on
you.
the comedic stage?
Okay.
Brother,
I
brother.
gotta watch
First
how
of all,
I
How did you
work.
start working
I'm gonna tell the story.
Right.
This Lawrence Killebrew, okay, from
Oh.
Philadelphia. The first time I met Lawrence was at Cat's Cafe in Atlanta, Georgia. Lawrence choked somebody.
In real life.
This is real life. Lawrence
No,
Killebrew.
Lawrence doesn't even look
yes,
like
he
he
did.
be out
This is
here
Shuler
choking
King
people.
saying, I'm on live. Lawrence, right here.
Why would you do that?
Nah, yes. Lawrence Killebrew you was on stage, you was performing at Cat's Cafe, and somebody said something, and then there was a little back and forth, and the dude stood up, and Lawrence choked the hell out of him, and everybody started running and crying and screaming.
Context
I
matters.
Thought, no, everybody no, the dude stood up. The dude stood up. So Lawrence was just like, I ran in there because I didn't know Lawrence at the time, but I'm like, as a fellow comedian, hey, we gonna roll with the comedian.
Right,
so we get in there, and I realized the dude, Lawrence choking the dude, and he had his legs all up in the air on the table.
Whoa, that's
and I was
crazy.
like, oh, he don't need my help. Okay, I'm going back outside.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I'm going back outside, have me a conversation.
Lawrence, what do you have to say for yourself?
I mean, listen.
Right, I'm telling you.
It's partially correct.
Exactly.
He's absolutely correct.
Yeah, that is exactly what happened.
But in my defense, I don't like people jumping up on me. So
I'm not
jumped
mad at
up.
you.
Then later on, I was doing dates. You know what I'm saying? I'm you know, my agency got me moving around doing dates. He inboxed me like, hey man, if you ever got some dates, you know what I mean, I'd like to, get on the road with you. You know what I mean, every now and then. How I'm supposed to say no? I just seen you choke somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen the young man
I don't want
again.
no problems.
I don't want no problems. So I've been stuck with him for a few years. You know what I mean? Till I can find somebody who fight better than him.
People can see y'all this
That's what's
weekend.
up.
This weekend, y'all are here.
Yeah,
Baltimore Comedy Factory.
Yeah.
We got 2 more shows tonight, 2 more shows tomorrow. Last night was amazing for a Thursday. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Yeah, Baltimore definitely.
I wasn't
They love
impressed.
good comedians, bro.
For sure. They love good comedians. Baltimore don't play. Like, if they
Yeah, it was
rock with
good.
you, they going to show up and support, for sure.
This has always been one of my favorite cities to perform in. I asked them that yesterday, and I was just thinking about it. Always coming to Baltimore, like the whole Baltimore, D.C. area, Maryland, all that. Has always
They always
been
show love.
They show
one of
love,
my great
yeah.
places to perform at.
I do tease y'all though.
But the
Cause
accent.
here he go.
no. Well, the accent one thing, but I'm saying I tease y'all about, they had houses on sale for $1 and y'all still wouldn't buy 'em.
Still wouldn't lie, bro. That really happened.
that was true?
That's true story. Too.
They had houses on
It
sale
wasn't
for
like
$1.
it wasn't like
Everybody was
you
like,
had, but you had to do a bunch of paperwork, like how they put it out to the media, like if you have $1, come buy the house. It wasn't that.
It's
easy.
a lot
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
red
you have a
tape.
certain LLC,
They got a
and
lot of good home buying programs in Baltimore though.
But that
I will say
wasn't that though. That was not
But
that.
sometimes you got to go through the paperwork. I mean, a little $1. But I come through.
All right, Shuler,
I come
enough
through here
about
with
that,
a
man.
stack. About the whole city, bro. Like, what's happening?
Hey, once again, where can people follow y'all on social media? Both of y'all, one at a time.
Okay, I'll go because I'm the headliner. I'll go first.
All right.
Nah, go ahead, man.
No, you better go ahead.
Stop, Lawrence. Go ahead.
Started.
Anyway, man, you can follow me on everything is Shuler King. It's ShulerKing. That's Facebook, Instagram, Comedian Shuler King on Facebook, Comedian Shuler King on YouTube, TikTok, and I'm about to figure out this Twitch thing too. Like I told you,
You should.
That's where the money
You
is.
absolutely
Streaming.
should.
Got to.
Streaming money.
Yeah.
Yourself, sir.
You can find me on Instagram at Lawrence C3H. That's on all networks, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all those areas like that. Also, my website, lawrencecolorable.com, and my brand is comedyhustle.com. You can check me out on all those networks.
And you can see them this weekend, tonight, and tomorrow at the Baltimore Comedy Factory.
That's
Absolutely.
right. Thanks for coming through.
Appreciate you.